Lot also, who went with Abram, had flocks and herds and tents. Now the land was not able to support them, that they might dwell together, for their possessions were so great that they could not dwell together. And there was strife between the herdsmen of Abram's livestock and the herdsmen of Lot's livestock. The Canaanites and the Perizzites then dwelt in the land. So Abram said to Lot, "Please let there be no strife between you and me, and between my herdsmen and between your herdsmen, for we are brethren. Is not the whole land before you? Please separate from me. If you take the left, then I will go to the right, or if you take the right, then I will go to the left." Genesis chapter 13, verse 5 through 9, exegesis. Lot also, who went with Abraham, had flocks, herds, and tents. Genesis chapter 13, verse 5. Elohim's blessings are never the problem. It's how we handle them that reveals the heart. Their abundance created tension between their herdsmen, testing their unity. The very blessings meant to glorify Yahweh became an occasion for discord. Better is a little with fear of Yahweh than great treasure with trouble. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 16. Abram recognized the danger of conflict within the covenant family. Genesis chapter 13, verse 8. Please let there be no strife between you and me, for we are brethren. Strife among believers always weakens the witness of Elohim's people before the world. Notice that the Canaanites and the Perizzites were in the land, observers of this dispute. The eyes of the ungodly are always watching the conduct of the righteous. John chapter 13, verse 35. By this all will know that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another. Abram's peacemaking spirit reflects maturity and humility. He valued unity over possession. The spirit of meekness and faith. If you take the left, then I will go to the right. Or if you go to the right, then I will go to the left. Abram says, Genesis chapter 13, verse 9. Abram let Lot choose first, a gesture of faith and selflessness. He knew that Yahweh would bless him wherever he went. The man of faith doesn't cling to territory because he trusts in the promise, not the soil. That which is external is contingent. That which is internal is eternal. So Abraham relied on that which was internal or eternal, as opposed to that which was external and contingent and metaphysical. Psalm chapter 37, verse 11. The meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. Also in Matthew chapter 5, Yeshua, the meek shall inherit the earth. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Or happy are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. This attitude echoes Yeshua's teaching in Matthew chapter 5, verse 5. Abraham's meekness was not weakness. It was strength under the control of faith. Meekness is not weakness. It's strength under the control of faith. The separation between Abraham and Lot becomes a symbolic picture. Abraham represents the life of faith and pilgrimage, while Lot represents the life of sight and self-interest. This is revealed in the next verses, when Lot chooses the lush plains of Jordan, while Abraham stays in the rough, rugged hills. Yet it's Abraham who inherits the eternal promise. 2 Corinthians 5, verse 7 says, "For we walk by faith, not by sight." Abraham was magnanimous, unselfish, courteous, and magnanimous in his dealing with Lot. He did not stand upon his rights, but left to Lot the choice of position. This whole transaction was a beautiful illustration of the nobility and disinterestedness which should characterize those who fear Elohim. Ellen G. White, Patriarchs and Prophets, page 133. Peace is the fruit of righteousness. Faith, patience, and humility before Yahweh are the safeguards against the strife and division. Patriarchs and Prophets, page 134. Abraham's example teaches that peace is more valuable than possession. The faithful need not fight for what Elohim has already promised. True victory lies in trusting Yahweh's provision and walking humbly with others. Even when division comes, Yahweh uses it to separate faith from worldliness, to prepare his chosen ones for greater revelation. When we surrender our rights, Yeshua, the Prince of Peace, fills us with his own spirit of meekness and unity. Notice in Hebrews chapter 12, verse 14 says, "Pursue peace with all people and holiness, without which no one will see the Lord." One more time. "Pursue peace with all people and holiness, without which no one will see the Lord." Hebrews chapter 12, verse 14. This was Genesis chapter 13, verse 5 through 9, exegesis.